My name is Joyfen Nageni. Admission bed -05-0 to 50/2021. Today, I'm going to discuss the 10 PowerPoint slides of the first 10 topics of second language acquisition. The first topic is, the first slide, we have second language acquisition. In second language acquisition, we'll start by understanding the term language first before understanding the second language. Language is the method of expressing ideas and emotions in a form of signs and symbols. Second language acquisition has two meanings. In general sense, it is a system that describes learning second language, specifically the name of the theory or the process by which we acquire or pick up language learning. First language acquisition, it seems that children all over the world go through stages of language learning behaviors. They use similar construction in order to express similar meanings and make some kind of errors. And we also have characteristic of children language. One of the characteristics, it is actually language, it is rule governed. The next topic of PowerPoint presentation, we have language acquisition and language learning. Learners acquire language through a rule subconscious process during which they are unaware of grammatical rules. Language learning is the result of direct instruction in the rules of language. And language learning is not an age-appropriate activity for every young children, as learning presupposes that learners have conscious knowledge of new language and can talk about that knowledge. We have features of the acquisition of acquisition language. It says that the child controls their pace when learning language. Acquisition is usually unconscious. That means a child does not presupposes teaching. And under learning, we also have teacher control the pace of a child to learn a language, actually. And it also presupposes teaching, and acquisition is conscious. The next topic of PowerPoint presentation, we have the critical period hypothesis. It is the ability to acquire language biologically linked to age. This hypothesis claims that there is a period of growth from childhood to adolescence in the full native competency is possible when learning a language. Under a critical period hypothesis, we have lateralization. There is evidence in neurological research that has the human brain matures, certain functions are aligned to the left hemisphere, the brain, and certain function to the right hemisphere. We also have the notion of applied linguistics. Applied linguistics is that multifaceted, in the sense that many branches of study can be identified in that applied linguistic. Applied linguistics is almost identical to the task of learning and teaching of foreign language. The next PowerPoint, we have the next topic, we have history of second language acquisition theories and approach. Here, we are being introduced several theories and approaches. in second language acquisition. First, we have behaviorist theory. Behaviorists view language learning as the formation of habits based on the notion of stimulus and response. People give to stimuli in the environment will be reinforced as certain stimuli, and therefore it elicits the same response, and again it will become a habit to them. Why, if we actually ask ourselves that, why do learners make errors during second language acquisitions? This means that the old habits get in the way of learning new habits. We also have the notion of interference as a central place in the behavior account of second language acquisition. The next approach or theory to second language acquisition, we have Krashan's-Monta models. The Krashan's-Monta model actually has 5 central hypotheses, which constitutes Grashan's theory. We have acquisition hypothesis, the monitor hypothesis, the natural order hypothesis, and the input hypothesis. The next topic of PowerPoint presentation, we have affective domain of second language acquisition. Actually, affective refers to the emotions or feelings that affect factors. The affective factors that are emotional side of human behavior in second language learning process. Under affective domains of second language acquisition, we have anxiety, motivation, and empathy. Under anxiety is actually associated with feelings of uneasiness, frustration, self-doubt, apprehension, or worry. The 3 components of foreign language anxiety: communications, we have communications and fear of negative social evaluation. Empathy actually refers to the projection of one's own personality into personality of another in order to understand him or her. Lastly, we have motivation, of which it's commonly thought of as inner drive, impulse, emotion, or desire that move one to a particular actions. The next topic of PowerPoint presentation, we have social cultural perspective. Here, we are just looking how the culture view or how culture have their perspective concerning second language acquisition. Culture actually is a way of life, ideas, customs, skills at issue that characterize a given group of people in a given period of time. Here we also have Sapir-Whorf hypothesis. It refers to the idea that language shapes one word view, and psychological factors are effective in nature. There is a language shock culture, shock motivation, and ego boundaries. The next topic of PowerPoint presentation, we have learning styles and strategies. Learning styles might be of as cognitive, affective, and psychological traits that relatively stable indicators of how learners perceive or interact with and respond to learning environment. Learning style, here we also have the different types of learning styles. We have reflectivity and impulsivity. Reflective learners are slow learners, but more accurate than impulsive learners in reading. We also have visual and auditory styles. Visual learners tend to prefer reading and studying charts, drawings, and other graphic information, while auditory style is characterized by preference for listening to lectures and audio tapes. The next PowerPoint, we have learning strategies. Learning strategies, actually more and more foreign language educators have now recognized that effective learning strategy can be enhanced students' effort to reach their language goals. We have categories of language strategies. Here we have direct strategies. It involves the language itself in a variety of tasks and situations. It includes cognitive memory and compensation strategies. Actually, memory strategies on the other device that help learners link new informations with something already known, such as using imagery. We have also compensation strategies. Second type of learning strategies, we have indirect strategies. The second class refers to direct strategies that deal with the general management of learning, include meta, cognitive, affective, and social strategy. Next PowerPoint presentation, we have key concepts in second language acquisition. What are these key concepts? We also have nature versus nurture. How much human language learning theories from innate predisposition and how much of it derives from social and cultural experience with influence as we grow up. Competence and performance. Actually, competence refers to the abstract and hidden representation of language knowledge held inside our heads, while performance is an imperfect reflection of competence, partly because of the process in complications which are involved when speaking. Lastly, we have fossilizations. Actually, learner seems to see and make any feasible progress, no matter how many classes they try to attend. The next topic for PowerPoint presentation, we have then we also ask ourselves the role of first language. Which role that the first language has played in order for someone to acquire second language. Transfer the process, the end result was in their first language. Speakers of some languages take longer to learn certain forms than to do speakers of the language. We also have concepts and type of errors in language learning. Investigation, the process of language acquisition, tries to answer two important questions. And that is the role of first language as played in second language acquisition. And that makes the end of the first 10 topics of PowerPoint presentation in the unit second language acquisition. Thank you.